All right, so we're going to test the new Narumi. We're going to do a quick test on my normal testing ground stage. We're going to then, from there, go ahead and test him out in some more difficult content, but we're going to see how he looks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. He's not completely fully the way I would like for him to be, but I think it's good enough for now. Also, quick note on Kafka. Obviously, I am omitting Kafka, from this team. He will be on later. Quick note on this. We don't have the ideal weapon on. I could go grab it, but I'm using this one for now, as I do think this is the next best one. I may try some more pulls, which is kind of annoying, because if I wind up getting them, I'm gonna be really annoyed about that. We'll see. Anyway, so that's why, and I wanted to get this video out for you guys. So, Uniparts. I do have a video talking about best build for him. It's either this or the inverse, which is going to be fungal with crit rate on the body part. Just up to you, but I do go into detail in a separate video that's not out yet. For the foot part, you could go speed there. I typically like to do that. I just got ice first, and I was like, oh, that's great. That works out pretty good. I ran out of credits for Kafka, but I don't think I really want to push this here now. Like, this is not a humongous amount. I think I'd probably rather use those Kaiju cores elsewhere. So for now, I'm going to sit there with this levels on him. But for the most part, I mean, he's pretty invested in. So we will also showcase Kafka if I didn't bring that up already. And we're going to go in now. So a quick thing on this is we are going to already be at 100% crit rate once we really get going, which is why the fungal version is really strong. Because, and this is the same for like all damage deals. We kind of just hit this point until they kick Hoshina's butt off this team somehow. It's just too much, right? It's just too much, because Hoshina's crit rate going up 20, Chester pushing more. It's a lot. So you go over cap. We're already at 79% here, so it is what it is. You'd prefer to have more than 100% crit rate, which we're going to be in that range. His weapon is better for the damage as well. It also looks much better with him too. All right, so let's go ahead and push this attack here. All right, stay tuned also, because I will give Kafka his own showcase video, even though it's a little because he's just a support character. It's kind of hard to gauge what he's doing, but I'll try to use him with some other characters than just Narumi. So Narumi has the 2 SP eating here. Like it or love it or hate it. It's not great without Kafka, especially before you get to the point where you can use your ultimate. And so a sleeper character to use with him is 4-star Minase, so she can throw that combat skill ult charge on him. I didn't even see the damage he did on the primary. Was that like 19,000? I don't know what that was. I kind of went, and it just kind of went pretty quickly. I don't know what it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no clue what the damage was on the primary. But he does have that high modifier on the primary, and then it's like 4 times the damage. More than that, actually. It's like 5 times, I believe, the damage that he's doing on these side characters too. So that's pretty interesting overall. Chester has now activated Wit and Courage, or Field Ops, I should say. We're gonna go for this here. We can go for this. I need to start using some of these attacks. We need to get that ult charge up. Boku no Tan. We don't care about you taking turns, though, homie. When Hoshina takes his turn, though, he'll be good. I'm not so worried about that. We'll go basic here. And then Hoshina one more time. The good news is even if you eat up all the SP here, theoretically, right? When he pops his ultimate on Narumi, he can get that 2 SP back, so you're good there. His stats are also not the highest. They're kind of like it seems like the launch characters, a lot of the launch characters had really high stats, I guess, relative. That's not so much been the case with this other batch. It's kind of interesting. Huh, what do I do here? I'll let him break. I was debating who to break with. I need Chester and Hoshina to go, though, so. But the good news is, not Chester, excuse me. Actually, I need everybody to go. I meant Sagan, but the good news is that she's right here anyway, so it doesn't really matter much. I'm going to push that, and then we'll give him the crit damage from Hoshina's ultimate as well. Okay, after this, we're going to check where we stand. Oh, I did this out of order! Wait, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So Sagan should have been first, or earlier than Narumi, but it's fine. His DPS isn't the ultimate, so no, it's fine. She'll still go before his next attack, even with the 100% order. So it's fine. Still a hilarious animation to me. He does all that whipping and whirling, man. All right, let's see where he's at now. Such a funny animation, bro. He is not serious. All right. So let's see. Ooh, Chester almost pushed another ultimate already. That's why I like Ant on him, man. I really like Ant on Chester. Okay, where are we at? Just about 200%, give or take. So roughly. Crit damage. Crit rate. Again, yeah. So like, yeah. You get to 100 pretty easily. So we're not technically at 100, just slightly off, but whatever. Attack stat in the low 4,000s. That's like roughly where these characters wind up, even if they're lower on attack anyway. The only caveat is that Narumi, I slowed him down. And this is the one problem with Narumi in my testing, is that he needs a lot. Like, I need to really, if I were to do this again, I would probably try to prioritize him more. He needs to use his combat and his ultimate. So he's better in the longer drawn out fights. So he can get these full stacks on, because he can get a higher crit damage and attack. This is a lot of stacking. Stacking 6 times, that's a lot. I only got 2 out of 6. I'll technically get a third. Well, will that proc before the attack or no? After activating. So no, it won't be. So it'll proc after activating. He's getting field ops, which is 7 something. No, 933. Even with the ant set on, Chester's pushing 900 attack. So Chester's insane, dude. SW Fox Weapon, Wrathful Inferno from what's her name? Sagan. Wyvern Uniparts, speed, crit rate, crit damage up from Sagan, crit damage up from Christmas Eve Dispatch. It's got to be from him. Ult charge from the weapon, blast attack or single target. So that's from Hoshina's skill. So that's another 65 damage. GS. Oh, that's another thing. Damn it. I got to use his combat. I have to redo this and use his combat more. Because the GS also pushes combat damage. It's just hard. It's just hard to do in this type of setup. Because these enemies would die too fast. And if I take on the harder stages, then the testing isn't the same that I'm used to. So the numbers are all different. I need to retest every character in the harder stage to re-gauge the number. That's why I default to this one. Anyway, there's a damage up. Another damage up. Another damage up. Another 10 from Chester. Another 37. So with the modifier on this should hit really hard regardless. But there's still a lot of potential left that I'm not going to see here is the point. 368 on the primary. He's going to kill him, obviously. But there's a lot of potential I'm not seeing with this. 249. Okay. So that's an attack that could pop 300. It can pop 300. And so, yeah, like I said, he is a character that's able to do damage similar to Hoshina. He's the only other character that can do that much damage on the combat skill. The only other character. And if you look at Hoshina and see his modifiers, you'll see why. Hoshina's modifiers are right in the same range, maybe a tick higher. But I may try this one more time just to see. I'll pause it though, just to see the number with that, and then we'll proceed from there. Or I'll try to anyway. Maybe I'll target the side guys a little bit more. One hit with no buffs did all that to that dude. Pushed him all the way that low as my primary target. This is going to be quite tough. We'll try it, though. We'll try it. This is going to be tough. Yeah, with this stage, I did all I could. I got one clean hit on all 3 of them, so I'm not going to get much higher than that. It just is what it is. I can't peak any higher than that. I just hope Chester still has field ops, though. See? God damn it. The 2 SP kicked my butt, so it doesn't matter. We're not going to get there. At this stage, it's just not survivable enough. The level difference is too significant for this stage to handle that output from Narumi. The single target character just was taking. He blew up the other kaiju as well, so it was just too much. All right, so let's get out of here, and we'll take him to London, because I believe London has an ice stage. Ice stages are typically in here, just kind of sprinkled around. Ice there. So, okay, so Kaiju A has an ice weakness. Is there any other... Nah, because like a wave 1? Elemental works. No, I've got to take on Kaiju A. Okay, so let me construct a team. That team should be fine. They've got shot. They've got slash. A lot of slash, actually. They don't really need Sagan on that second team, but I'll put Hikaru on this team. And I think they should be fine to kind of run through this. They need a slash, got shot. I'll put one more shot character on here. It will be Rena. No. I'll just do that. I'll do some sustain just in case. Just in case. I don't think they need it, but just in case. So anyway, we're not going to watch this. I'm going to let this go and be right back for phase 2. Took a few minutes, but they got it on auto. Speaking of auto, I don't think I've ever played Kaiju A without auto. I don't think I've ever played him. Maybe once. Maybe once. Yeah, I think I've only played him once without auto. So since I don't play him very often, I don't know his pattern. So I guess we'll just be kind of making it up as we go. If it ever loads, right? If it ever loads. Yeah, just one day it will. One day we will be permitted. One day we'll be permitted into the game. Apparently I unpaused too soon. Just okay, yeah. Oh, there it is. That's fine if they open with that. That's not a problem. So at this stage, I should be able to... Oh, I wonder if... And this is where, what's it called? Hoshina kind of gets pressured a lot. Like, this is the type of content you don't really want to use Hoshina in, if I'm being honest with you. So like I said, until they figure out how to kick him off the team, they kind of already did. It's in content like this, but you can still get it done. All right. I'll start pulling hits. That's for the best interest of my team. Narumi needs to make sure. And this is where, again, Narumi is kind of meh without Kafka. Because he's going to eat 2 SP here. And eating 2 SP here is not great for the rest of this turn. Like, it's just not good. So what do I do here? Do I use the buff? I'm going to. Right? However, he does synergize well with Hoshina. Because he's able to eat the SP so Hoshina can push the crit damage buff. So there's that, I guess. No crits, 29k, okay. I don't know if we have enough shot, actually. He's got a lot of shot plates. And since Chester doesn't attack with his ultimate, that's 5 Chester normals. I don't know if we have enough. I do not know if we have enough. We have enough slash, but not enough shot. So this will take a little bit. Frankly, I don't know if they'll have the juice to survive that long. To live that long, I don't know if they got it. We'll see. That's where Kaiju A on second wave is annoying, because then I have to replay the whole first stage again if I want to make a tweak. AoE, great. That's where, again, Sagan's not great here. All right. I mean, I could give her shield back, but it kind of doesn't really make a difference. Okay, there's the invincible, right? Yeah. Oh, great, on Chester's turn. So I'm going to have to use this because I need that shot. Okay. Of course on Chester's attack. Like, the only character I can't have you block. Yeah, Hoshina's not going to make it through this fight. So I need to use Hoshina's skill ASAP because he's not going to last long enough. I'll be able to do it and get the crit buff. I mean, wait a minute. Are we just going to kill this before even breaking his plates? Because that's what it's looking like. This is fine. Sagan was always going to use her normal and do no damage anyway. Because that's what it's looking like, actually. Very interesting. You know what? Let's go for it. I don't think I have field ops. I don't think I have field ops. I could technically wait because Chester won't die, but I wonder if Narumi would. He didn't have the SP for the combat skill because I only had one, but he's gonna get 2 here. Again, the 2 SP thing is just really wonky, dude. This should give him 2 turns consecutive. But look, it doesn't. That should give him 2 turns, I think, consecutive. It doesn't. If I had used this attack first, like the normal while I was here, it would push this second one up. I think, frankly, it should give him 2 turns. Because he already was there. So that's, I think, it's a design choice. It's normal. It's not unsurprising. Or it's not surprising. But I think he deserves to get a second turn there. Anyway, is he going to win here? Yes, he will. So he just does, you know what? I tried to set him up and all that stuff. What it is you just need to treat this dude like Hoshina. No. Oh, I wanted to restart that. Damn it. Yeah, okay. So you need to treat this guy like Hoshina. My bad, bro. My bad. You know what? That's what it is. I'm serious. You just play him like he's Hoshina. You don't need to worry about breaking plates. You just blow the character up. So and Hoshina is the only character in the game that plays that way. And maybe Hikari. But like it's only Hoshina. So I'm not doing that. So I'm going to do that one more time through and I won't change my team. Well, I could put Ashiro. I haven't tried Ashiro. She's the next best character for this grouping. The 4-star Ashiro specifically. Nah, I'll leave it as it is. I think it worked fine. But yeah, I'm going to actually just let it play. Actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can do it on auto. And then for the last thing I'll do, I'll cancel it early. Or try to cancel it early, and if I can't get it in time, no biggie. But the last thing I'll do is I'll run him with Kafka, just to show the difference Kafka makes and why I think Kafka winds up being mandatory, which is why I was considering doing Ashiro, this Ashiro, because Kafka serves the same role. He literally does the same thing, damage bonus and attack increase. He does more than that because he does the SP thing too, but she's a better damage buffer than him, and probably a better attack increaser because it's not based off of her attack. I don't know. It's just a percentage versus flat thing. I need to test it out. But she's for sure a better damage buffer. So just kind of is what it is. But the SP thing really offsets it. But you can see through normal usage how it's kind of wonky on him, right? Also how it can inhibit the usage of other characters. So I think if you use him like Hoshina, he can do a really good approximation of what Hoshina is. Which is funny because they're also both slash characters. And it's kind of a similar thing, right? They've got that big single target attack. I'm tired, my bad. But they also both have like blast attacking in there. It's different because Hoshina's attack literally changes, but you get my point. Because the thing with Narumi is that he eats 2 SP, but it's 2 attacks in 1. That's the thing that I think is maybe going over people's heads. It's 2 attacks in 1. It's not your standard blast attack. It's not your regular blast attack that all the other blast attackers have in the game, like the original Narumi. It's not a standard blast attack. That primary hit is worth an ultimate. It does ultimate level damage, that primary hit. So it's an ultimate plus adjacent hits in it. That's the first of its kind. That is the first of its kind with that modifier, right? Because we have blast attack ultimates, just not with a single target type multiplier. So that's the first of its kind. And so I think that's why they thought they could eat 2 SP. But that's going to clearly be the main pivot or main talking point with him, and why people would want to pivot away from him or using him or pulling him. But I think he's actually really strong. He just requires very specific stuff if you don't use Kafka. I'm going to show you what it looks like with Kafka after this run. And it's going to be so comical, the difference Kafka makes, because all of a sudden, all your worries about SP are gone. just gone. And I only know that from the trial run. In the trial run, I was like, oh, that's how that works? Oh, this is too easy, man. Too easy. Too easy. I think, to be fair, though, if they wanted you to have to use Kafka, then I think Kafka deserved to be a little bit better. Like, I think he could have been a bit better. Even as a 4-star, I think he could be a little bit better than he is. But, because he's going to wind up just being a character that is kind of thrown into the whole, like, 4-star grouping. And you can use him, like I said earlier, you can use him, or I said in a different video, I don't know. You can use him. You don't have to use him with Narumi. He's got, that effect is good no matter what. And I believe it'll be good with HIkari. I need to check it out. But he's still mostly only going to get used with Narumi. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to put this on auto, and I'm going to see what the computer does. So let's go. Because if he is prioritized as a damage dealer, you've got just enough SP to get this entire first wave of attacks through with combat skills. If he's prioritized as a damage dealer, I think he'd be fine. By the way, Sagan's counters and also the Bako hits, all that stuff, they trigger the other Narumi's seen through, but they also can pop this guy's invincibility. That's really strong. Like, those extra hits doing that stuff is really strong. By the way, those counters should count as extra hits. Or extra attacks? No, it's called extra actions, right? With Ashuro. That's where, so for, example, for Kadada, those should count, I think. I think those counters should count with Kadada. But I digress. You're not going to put that on her anyway. But just in theory. We need more sets for defense characters. We only have, 3 defense characters anyway, but we need more sets for them. He's still, another thing, too, with Narumi is, like I mentioned at the very beginning, with the weapon he has on, plus his own effect, all of it says he needs to use the combat skill repeatedly and get stacked up. He's still not there yet, and that's kind of the one thing that differentiates him also from Hoshina. There's 3 things. Firstly, Hoshina, while he has the resonance, he's still really good beforehand, so I don't use that as a knock against him. So that's just an extra point. But firstly, Hoshina's ultimate actually does damage. And it can do decent damage. Like, it can do 150 or so, 200 in a good scenario. His combat skill is exceeding 300 in my testing stage, right? These numbers are far lower in equivalent content, but just bear with me. And so that's an extra attack Narumi flat out does not have. Secondly, Narumi, oh my God, they wasted it there. Jesus. Secondly, Narumi doesn't have, Hoshina doesn't eat 2 SP, right? So that's another thing. And so that means that they're struggling here. So that means that he doesn't need a dedicated supporter like Kafka. So you can have a little bit more leeway. But yeah, he can blow this up. So they may lose a character here on auto with Hoshina, but they're going to blow this up if they do this right. Okay, they're good. They win this. But yeah, I don't know if I said the full 3 things. I got distracted. But there's a few things that separate him from Hoshina. So I actually do think Hoshina is still the better character. I don't know that it's close either. In fact, I think HIkari is the next closest attack character. In terms of DPS characters, I think it's him, then HIkari. And then maybe Narumi is next. I think Narumi is probably 3rd. This Narumi. But he has tough competition with the limited Narumi too. I think limited Narumi is right there too. Okay, well, he's going to get his ult here. So, GG. Or he's going to die. God damn. GG. Good Lord, bro, went to 45, bro. All right, so he's gonna get that, then he's gonna get the combat. Where's he at even? How many stacks did he get? I'm curious. Oh, is it a normal? No, he got the combat because the ult. How many stacks did he get off? See, he got full 6, right? Full 6. See, like I said, that's the thing, though. See, now he's at closer to 5,000 attack. His attack can get really high. This should hit really hard. Doesn't have all the buffs he would normally have, but his attack, was that 92 or 192? His attack can get really high, though. Getting close to 5,000 is no slouch. That's where, like, you start to really differentiate, because most of the characters can get to the low 4s, maybe even the mids, but very few can get to the 5s, unless you do like Rio Chester, which is totally different. At that point, you could get there, but I don't use Rio because he's just not worth using over another character. All right, so no, not Large Conquest. Hello, he's gonna be terrible in Large Conquest, by the way. God damn it, I'm like totally blanking on it. Fierce Battle. We're gonna go one more time. And, oh, this one doesn't have it. That one doesn't have ice. Oh, but this one has elemental on the first one, so that works. I could have done this the whole time. Yeah, so I'll load in here, and this will be the stage. We'll put that same squad, and this will be the stage. Narumi plus Hoshino 4-star plus Kafka. Again, there's no reason to make him the battle buddy unless you just want to get the follow-ups, I guess, but there's no reason. And then last character was Chester. So boom, there we go. 2 slash, 2 shots, an element. I think we should be fine with this. I'm not even gonna bother playing this. You'll just see it how big of. Actually, I wonder if the AI is smart enough to use the Kafka on Narumi. What are the chances it just uses it on like Chester? What are the chances it just uses it on Chester? Oh my god, he looks so crazy, man. I love this animation. Okay, it did it. Okay, care package, and then the stuff. All these buffs went his way. But he had to use the normal because he had no SP. That's great. As long as Kafka doesn't apply that anywhere else, it's going to just stay on. So cool, he used the normal, which is what he needed to do there. Chester normal, eat a plate. Already at the ultimate. Hello, ant set popping off. So now we're going to eat 2 SP, and now you're going to really see how easy it is with him. This guy has a lot of lives, too. This is actually the better stage to test on, also because it's wave 1. He's got a lot of lives. I love it. We don't have a sustain here, though. That's another thing. We get the ult. This is going to push the other ult up. I kind of don't really want to use this here, but I'm going to let the game do it. I would sit on that ultimate for Narumi. It's a little too early. I'd rather do it during a plate break. Wait, where was he at? See, he's right here. Like, this is kind of annoying. All he's going to do is jump Kafka. That's stupid. Like, I just wouldn't use that. If he's anywhere close to the front, I would just wait. Unless you have to use it. Also, you wanted to use Kafka stuff first. So this is all misplays from the AI. All misplays. That's such a great animation. That's my favorite animation in the game, bro. All misplays, though. Like, purely all misplays. Also, why is Hoshino not using his skill? I guess the game doesn't prioritize using that skill with Hoshino if it doesn't have to use it. But these are quite literally all misplays. A lot of poisons out there. And Narumi went down. Okay. With this stage, you may need a sustained character. I'm not sure. So let me retry it and go in with myself. But looking at the SP was the main thing. Kafka doesn't provide any sustain. It would be good if he healed a character or something like that. But it's just SP, damage, and damage. Ooh, just dropped my phone there. It's just SP and then damage and attack. I'll do it myself, though. We're going to eat 2, get 2 back. Watch the SP. That's the Kafka effect. Came right back. Basically cost you nothing. And then when Kafka's turn rolls around, you can reapply it, which is really strong. You just keep on pushing it right back. So you get free combat skills. And he's got his ult up already too, because he's also got Ant on as well. Ant is low-key like legit the best. Ant is legit the best. I'm not even kidding. Did I push Kafka? Oh, I did. Or Chester, excuse me. Which is good because I need Chester to do this anyway. 2 here. And then we'll get another attack. Now, the caveat is I kind of need to use the normal attack with him, if I'm being honest, because I need these plate breaks. His little handgun. Ah, he's so silly. Oh, my God, bro. Let me see the attack push here. How much is he going to get pushed here? Chester's pushing 750. So, all right. So how much did he get from this? How much did you push? Does it say? It doesn't say there. Maybe it'll say here. Gift. Damn. What? He pushed 1,200? No, that's just... I think this... Oh, you know what's happening? It's got to be replacing... Is that what that's doing? Is it replacing? Does it replace Chester's buff? No, Chester's attack is always here, though. That's what it is, actually. If the character says field ops, that's enough. So you can just rewind a second ago and see the attack stat. I'm pretty sure it was 1,200 less. Damn, that's a lot of attack to push. Jesus. That's a lot of attack. Wow. It's 50% of his attack, right? That's a lot to push. 50% of his attack. So some of this is because Chester is pushing, because Kafka's base attack is so low. He's normally around 12. But this is the Chester effect too. See, this is where, like, Chester, I said this before, Chester and Rio are really good together. Now you have Chester and Kafka, which is even better. They both do this. They all do the same thing. But Chester is the linchpin because he pushes that flat number, and the characters just push all that out afterwards. Damn, that's a big attack increase. That's really significant. All right. And we can get better than that, too. That's the crazy thing. I need Narumi to take his turn before I do anything else. Oh, I did this out of order. Narumi was supposed to go first, so we get the ultimate back from Hoshina. Ah! Damn it. Okay. I mean, it's not very much, but it would have been nice. So the Narumi's going to jump all those characters, which is good. This is actually really good if you need a plate break. It's actually extremely good if you need a plate break. I was just talking about 5,000. There we go. Easy. Over 5,000. Jeez, man. That's a lot of attack. Jeez, dude. That is so much push. This is going to do 3 lives worth of damage without a crit. Huh. But it might crit. It didn't crit. He had like... His crit chance was super high, though. It still didn't crit. Wow. We need to sustain, it looks like. We may be about to lose. Yeah, you need to sustain for this stage. Okay, that's fair. But at least we got to see what I wanted to see, which was just Kafka. And I'm actually, wow. I was actually pretty impressed with that push. 50% is really significant. I still think he's really good with Ant. But, man, if he's able to get more attack, that's really strong. Because at first I was thinking it was replacing it, but it couldn't have been replacing it. Because they were both active. I could test it more, but I'm pretty sure that the attack wasn't getting replaced. Because the only thing that changed was Kafka, and the attack was much higher. And we weren't even fully stacked, right? With the attack increases from the Narumi. Really powerful stuff. So again, like I said, I explained kind of how I feel about the character. I think he's really good. I think he's got some interesting use cases and utility that a lot of characters don't have. And like I showed, you don't have to use him with Kafka. It just makes it so much more efficient. I still think Kafka could be a little bit better, but damn, that attack increase was not what I expected. It was not what I expected. And again, I know it wasn't replacing it because Kafka's got that attack and pushed it. Like I said, Kafka's attack is only like 1200, dude. And he has no other means of increasing his attack. He doesn't even have an attack increasing unit bar. Like, there's nothing in here that gives him attack. So that all the attack Kafka had was between his own weapon plus Chester's push, and then he pushed that out. But that's why it's to one character. Oh my god, if this was to the whole team, Jesus. So Kafka's really good, dude. He's really good because of that with his flashing poltergeist face. Stay tuned because I'll test him out some more in his own video.